Hey Laughter Tribe, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. My name is Krystlelaughter. I'm an author, a mentor, and a mom of 7. So all the noise you hear in the background are my wonderful children. I have my 3 youngest are at home and my older ones are at school. So my camera might shake and my littlest one, he's right here by the camera. He likes to come in here every time I get on here, but anyway. But before I get into this video, please like, subscribe if you haven't. This is a place of love, of healing, where we uplift each other and just help each other grow and become better, okay? So my testimony of Christ, one of my subscribers requested that I do this video, so I'm going to do my best to share and not be rambling. So yeah, let's get into it. So I would say, well, first of all, I didn't grow up in the church. My mom wasn't like a religious person really at all. I mean, there was like one occasion I remember, like, or one season in my life where I remember that she started like praying and acting kind of weird. And I thought it was like, she's being weird, just not being weird, just being my mama. And that's my experience with that. But as I got older, you know, I would say I first really became a believer when, let's say the events leading up to it is when I started to have like really bad panic attacks. I was at work one day and my heart started beating really fast and I was shaking and everything, and I thought literally I was about to die. I'm like, this is it. I'm a goner. This is it. It's over. It's over at Jack in the Box behind the fryer. And they called the ambulance and everything, and they said, okay, there's nothing wrong with you. We checked you out. It was a panic attack. And it really freaked me out. And after that, I started having those pretty regularly. Really bad, really debilitating panic attacks where I'd have to call the ambulance, get some oxygen. And I didn't, you know, I felt really helpless. I felt out of control. And it was really a dark time in my life because it just kept getting worse every time I was driving by myself or just doing anything. I would have this fear of death, fear of dying, really bad panic attacks. And then I started to, you know, feel like really depressed and started to feel even kind of like suicidal. And it wasn't like me. I don't feel like, I know it was really a spiritual attack because there was a point where it got so bad where I started to hear like voices. And y'all, come on now, we're spiritual here, okay? About death, like why don't you kill yourself and all this stuff. And I'm like, well, and I didn't know Christ, I didn't know God, but I knew that was wicked and evil. I'm like, what the heck is this? And I was just feeling, I felt like this heavy cloud, this thick black dark cloud over me. So spiritual warfare is real. God is real. The enemy is real, and we're not supposed to fear it, but just know that we're really in a spiritual warfare. Yeah. But so the turning point came when I went to my sister. She was married at the time to her husband, and he lived in Waikiki, Hawaii. He was being transferred there, whatever you call it when you're in the military, and they were staying on base, and she wanted me to come help with the kids. So I'm like, I ain't got nothing to lose, okay? I'm going through some stuff right now. Let me get out of this place. Maybe it'll help me feel better. And so going there, I winded up, you know, just trying to figure out what was going on with me, because the panic attacks were like controlling my life, like literally. And so I started, you know, I guess looking for answers. I don't even know how I came upon it. Come on, babe. But, you know, I just started, you know, watching, you know, those Christian networks and the prayers and learning about praying. You know, I even found some Christians in that area. And I'm sure I prayed like every day. Like, when you're in a place like that where you feel so broken and hopeless, like you're like, I'm going to try anything. And so I knew of God. And so I was praying, I was reading, I was learning about fasting. So I even started to do that like once a week. And just really try to get to know God, read the Bible and stuff like that. So I would say I came to know God through there. And through that, God delivered me. It wasn't like immediate, like, oh, I'm free. It was like a process of just learning that, hey, I'm okay. I'm going to get through this. And God healed me of those really debilitating panic attacks from, you know, those demonic voices trying to make me take my life. And it was really a miracle. So actually, you know what? It is a miracle. Like, sometimes I think it takes us going back to really look at everything that we've been through to be like, dang, girl, you came this far, girl. And that's just like the tip of the iceberg. You know what I mean? But that was my experience with Christ. And I would say like I feel like our testimony, our conversion, whatever you want to call it, it's not just like this one time experience, like, oh, we're saved, hallelujah, everything's good. No, it's like it's a process. It's a journey. Like, I have so many different testimonies. You know, you guys, hey, loves, you need to be quiet, okay? I'm recording, okay? Go sit down and be quiet. Share milk with him, okay? So that happened. They separated. We went back to Washington, which is where I am now and where I was born and raised. I met my first husband. If y'all read Love Yourself First, you know how that turned out. Crazy. If you have not heard me talk about that or read the book, go get that book. Because I talk about my experience of domestic violence, being homeless with my children, and just the testimony how God delivered me from that experience. Yeah. And also growing up, you know, I dropped out of high school like the first day of school. It wasn't because I was pregnant, nothing like that. I didn't have kids, so I was 22, whatever, and we got married, I think the same year or the year after. But I just was very shy. I'm an introvert by nature, which is funny because I'm on YouTube, like, and on this camera, I'll be like, okay, yeah, let's do this. But in person, I'm like, okay. I'm a watchful person. Like, introverts, we pay attention to everything, we watch everything, and we're more like, you know, just to ourselves, unless we're like really comfortable with you or people that we know, then we're like all extra, like, yeah, what's up, girl, let's do this thing. But anyway, so back to the story. So growing up, you know, I dropped out of high school in 9th grade, you know, got my GED. I failed the test. I passed everything except for the math on the first try. Took the math test 3 times and passed it finally the 3rd time. I got my GED. I took my GED math in Hawaii, and my sister helped me. Shout out to my sister Nicole. I love you, girl. She helped me get my GED. She also taught me how to drive, so she helped me get my driver's license. So, you know, thank God for the people that He sends your life to help you, to bless you, and to help you get to what you need to do, get to where you need to go and learn what you need to learn. So, yeah. What else can I tell you about? I talk about, you know, my divorce from my second marriage and all that, and Love Yourself Again, which is coming out in November. Stop doing that, please. But yeah, I would say my testimony of Christ is not this one event. Because if we look at the Bible and we look at the testimony of Christ, it's not just the one thing. God just doesn't do one thing and be like, okay, you're good, I gave you everything you need, I'll see you when we get to heaven. No, God is amazing. God is miraculous. My testimony of God is that He has always been there for me. I'm sorry about the noise, y'all. Like, I'm sorry. That He's been faithful. That He's been good. That when, okay, I'm on the thing, okay, go sit down. Is that when I thought it was over? That He said, no, baby, it's just beginning. When I thought that I was forsaken, when I thought that, you know, I had no hope, no reason to go on, He was like, no, baby, get back up, get back up. Like, Jesus is like the greatest hype man, you know what I mean? Like, oh my God, He's my Father, He's my Lord, He's my Savior, He's my friend, He's my everything. He's why I live, move, and breathe. He's how I can be here as a mother of 7. Having been through 2 abusive marriages, having been rejected, having been physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually abused, and still can look like, okay, I don't smell like smoke. Because I have been through the fire, king, whoever's watching this. I have been through the fire, and I don't smell like smoke. Okay? I have 10 beautiful, wonderful children, healthy, and have no problems. I am blessed, I am grateful, and I'm thankful to be able to have this platform, to be able to speak to, you know, women, whoever's watching, just to say that there's hope. And that's what I hope that my channel is about, to let people know that there's hope, that it's not over. It's not over, okay? It's not over. There's hope for you. There's life for you. There's good things for you. And sometimes it seems like it takes longer than it should. But if you keep on holding on, ooh, play that church music. If you keep holding on, He's gonna come through. Right? Okay? So, like, just don't give up. Don't lose hope. love yourself, because the Bible says love your neighbor as you love yourself. So most people walking around here hurting people, tearing people up, because they don't know how to love themselves. They never healed from their hurt. They never got free from their pain. So they're pushing, projecting, and causing pain onto you because they don't know how to love. But you're here and you're learning how to love yourself. So give yourself a round of applause. You know, get yourself a flower, buy yourself a present. Be proud of the progress that you have made. Be proud of how far you come. You may not be where you want to be, but you're not where you used to be. So I just give all glory to God. I thank him. I thank him. And I bless him. And I thank God because, like, you know, I've been, you know, I've experienced spiritual abuse at the hand of people who call themselves Christian and say they love God, but didn't love me and didn't know what love was. You know what I mean? So I thank God that I can still be here to not blame God and be bitter and be like, oh, well, God, you did this. God, you did. No, God didn't do that. The Bible says you will know them by the fruit. And if it ain't the fruit of love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, then it ain't God. And I think sometimes we make things so complicated. And we're like, well, God wanted it to happen to me. And God wanted it. We don't know everything. But if we stand on his word, we go to his word, we can go back and look and see where we went astray. We can go back and see where we put our faith in man and not God. We can go back and see where we were trusting ourselves and we wanted what we wanted. And we wasn't really listening because we wanted what we wanted. And that we were saying things that were contrary to his word. But instead of going back to his word, we were just leaning on our emotions. So know that God loves you. You are beautiful. You are loved. And there's good things coming for you. Don't give up. Don't lose hope. Keep going. Keep pushing. Keep working. And it's going to work out. I love y'all, queens. I love you. I love you, love you, love you. And I will see y'all later. I hope you enjoyed that testimony video. If you have some questions that I didn't answer in that video, just put it in the comment. Put it in the comments. We go in the comments. In the comments. We going to work it out, y'all. We going to work it out. But yeah, I love y'all till next time. Man, I got a bump on my head and I tried to cover it, but nah, it ain't working. Okay, till next time. Love you guys. And subscribe to Crystal Laughter Academy if you haven't, okay? Do it. Till next time. Bye.